Hello everyone and welcome back for another video. I'm really glad you could join me. Today I'm going to go over how to use some techniques to find a suction side air leak. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and clicking that like button. It really does help. Alright, so suction side air leaks are fairly common. We know when we have a suction side air leak because bubbles will be coming out of the returns like this. It can also show itself when the pump pot is not full of water, if there's air in the pot. Our equipment has two sides, the suction side and the return side. The suction side is all the suction ports from the pool to the pump motor. This includes the skimmer, bottom drain, and if your pool is equipped, a suction side port for your cleaner. For the equipment, it's this area. The return side is everything from the motor back to the pool. This includes the filter, chlorine cell, tab feeder, and if your pool has one, the heater. The return side is this area right here. Air can get into the suction side through the valves, unions, and the pump pot lid. These are the most common areas. Valves can become loose over time, the O-ring and the pump pot lid can get worn out, and unions can get worn out as well. For the suction side, the air will be sucked into the plumbing or valves, compared to the return side, which means the water will spurt out. The first area that we want to check is the pump pot lid. Make sure the gasket inside the lid is good and replace it if it's worn or cracked. And check the pot as well, looking around for any areas that aren't flat or gouges that may have occurred. Anything like those and the lid won't be seated correctly and have a good tight seal. The first way to find a leak is to use incense. We light the incense and place it around the valves and unions and see if the smoke goes into any of the openings or cracks. Now honestly, this is probably the least effective way as the wind plays a huge role. If it's breezy, you may not want to do this. The next way is to use soapy water in a spray bottle. Just like spraying a tire to find a leak, we work it the same way. We cover the suction side valves and unions and plumbing and see if the soapy water goes into the cracks. If it does, you found your leak. The next product we can use is good old shaving cream. Take a little bit and lightly kind of smear it all over the valves and unions and the plumbing. If there's a suction side leak, the shaving cream will be pulled into the area and you'll be able to find your leak. Remember to not overdo it and put on a really thick layer of shaving cream. If the shaving cream is applied too thick, you might not be able to see or hear the suction. And last is to use water from a hose. Run the hose all over the suction side, including the drain plug for the pump pot. Remember the drain plug with the other techniques as well. You can start at the pump pot and slowly work your way back. If there's a suction side leak, the water will be pulled into the area and you'll be able to find your leak. Now once you find the leak, the question is, do you want to repair it or call in a pool service tech? So use those techniques to find your suction side air leak. And thanks for watching.